The ABC always likes to give off the vibe everything is fine. We're not biased. Bias is just in the eye of the beholder. Is it? When it comes to the taxpayer-funded broadcaster and matters on Israel or anything Jewish, it's not always what the ABC says, but what they leave out. Take, for example, a recent episode of their faith and religious show, Compass. The premise for the program was about a very particular group of Jews speaking out against the Jewish state, Israel.
I think it's important that Jews or non-Jews are really challenged on what they're backing. Whether it's in Gaza or the West Bank or wherever it is, this is being done in our name. I think for my parents that ostracisation was hard. They were very involved in the Jewish community. All these factors kind of coalesced in what I would call an intellectual awakening, that my father and mother became more alive to the reality of what they had been indirectly supporting for most of their life, which was namely Israeli occupation. They started seeing Palestinians as human beings.
The ABC described Anthony Lowenstein as a leading voice among Australian Jews. But is he? Perhaps in the minds of the ABC, but as the program itself acknowledged, Australian Jews see him as little better than Hamas. That's not a quote by us, by the way, that's from the ABC. Again, quoting the ABC, they say he has been labelled a traitor and self-hating Jew. Yet Anthony Lowenstein, who only represents a tiny fringe minority, is clearly an acceptable Jewish voice for the ABC to promote. So did the ABC's Compass also do a half-hour piece on what it's like being a Jewish person in Australia who might support Israel or who might oppose Hamas? No and no.